Wagwan. Story time. So some time ago, I picked up a shift at the surgery center. Now, this surgery center had developed quite the reputation. Every one of my nurse friends that have worked there always said it's a beautiful place to work. It's lovely. They're friendly. And the benefits are outrageously good. And of course, because it was such a popular surgery center and people talked about it so much, I was not anticipating having a bad day. Okay. All right. Now, fast forward, I get there, things start out smoothly. I introduce myself to the secretary. She calls the charge nurse. The charge nurse points me in the direction of the changing room because, as I've said in previous videos, you need to change out of your scrubs, your clothes, and you need to change into theirs, the scrubs of the surgery center. It's just standard. Okay? That being said, I did so and I met the charge nurse at the nurse's station in the recovery room. She showed me where everything was. Easy peasy lemon squeezy. I've been doing this for a long time. So orienting myself to a facility is not difficult. She just needs to point me in the direction of where I need to find things. Of course, I'm going to come ask you a few questions, but it's not going to take me long to gather my bearings. Okay? So the day starts, we're moving about, people do seem cool, seems chill, and it's not outrageous in there. I like the word outrageous if you haven't noticed. I probably said it about 3 times. Anyways, it is not crazy. It is not an insane surgery center where you're getting patients back to back. And apparently the pay there is good. Now, when I say the pay, when I work at any facility, the facility itself isn't paying me directly. The agency is still paying me. So I'm still unsure of what that facility pays because it'll still be different from what the agency pays me. Fast forward. I see this lady walk out in a pantsuit. So I'm like, okay, well, she's more than likely the supervisor or the director or some big wig that is associated with this facility because she walked in with confidence, talking to everybody like, hi, Julie. Hi, Kelly. How are the kids? The dogs? That kind of energy. And so then she walks up to me and she was like, are you the registry nurse for today? And I said, yes, I am. And she was like, awesome. Are you in a position to just step away for a second? I look at my patient. My patient was completely fine. She would have been ready to go in a very short amount of time. And then I look back at her and I'm like, yeah, sure. Now I'm thinking, what could you possibly have to talk to me about? We don't know one another. This is a registry shift. I clocked in on the app. I've done nothing wrong. All of the documenting is paper documenting. So it's not even like she has the opportunity to log in and see that I've done something incorrect. So I follow her out and I walk with her to her office. She closes the door, she sits down, and she was like, I'm not sure if you've heard, the reputation that we've been able to develop here. And I'm like, yeah, I heard, baby girl, I heard. I didn't say all of that. I just said, yeah, I'm aware. I'm familiar. And she was like, great. So you know that, this is a wonderful place to work. I do hope you're having a good day. But I do want to talk to you about professionalism. Is it common for you or, your culture to wear your hair in a disarray fashion or a fashion of disarray? Bitch. What? So I asked her to please clarify. I said, I'm sorry, can you elaborate? She said, well, typically here, because we are really big on professionalism, I have to ask if there's a way that you could lay your hair down. Now, let me help y'all understand something. I've had locks for probably about 3 years. 2 years, 2.5 years. It hasn't been more than 3 years. So when I first got them, they were teeny tiny. I'll show you guys a picture. Teeny, teeny, super duper tiny size locks. So when they were styled, it was tight, okay? And anytime it had to be, you know what? Let's try to do this. Let's do this. So it was like up, right? You know, it was out of my face. No hair was coming down, and it kind of stuck up. You see how these are long right here? It wasn't this long. It kind of looked more like these that are sticking up. And they were on two little pigtails, okay? But I had just gotten my hair done, so it still looked neat, like my hair was laid. But when you have short locks, beginner locks, they're not going to always lay down. Furthermore, I don't want to offer this explanation. Why are you asking me if I always wear my hair like this, if my overall appearance, my method of approach is professional? The way my work ethic, like you've had absolutely no issue with me, but you choose to pull me into your office to talk to me about my hair. So I said, I'm sorry. Has my hair somehow posed a threat to the safety of the patients? Oh, no. I just wanted to ask. I just wanted to ask because, you know, most people that work here or that come here or pick up a shift here, they're doing it because they'd like to work here permanently. And I just want to let you know what's necessary in order to work here permanently. I don't know how you think that is making me feel any better about this conversation. First of all, ma'am, I do not want to work here permanently. And it is not because of this conversation. It is because I prefer the per diem and the PRN lifestyle, the lack of commitment, for lack of a better word. Second of all, I need you to understand the gross lack of professionalism in this conversation. Have you noticed any disrespect or any lack of professionalism in the way I do my work? You haven't even seen me do my work, but I didn't even say any of that. She was like, no, absolutely not. I've heard nothing but good things from the charge nurse and from the staff about you. I'm sure you have. I've been here for about 3 hours. I don't know what they could possibly say about me unless I was ridiculous. But what I'm actually saying is I feel to her, what I said out of my mouth verbatim was, your approach right now, despite its kindness, is still unprofessional. To come to me and ask me to do something different with my hair for the sake of appearances, I find to be disrespectful. You don't ask do I appear unprofessional to you? This whole strange obsession with African American hair, I don't want to call it a strange obsession, but the moments that they are brought in to the professional conversation, it's unnecessary. It doesn't apply. It's non-applicable. It's not getting in the way. It hasn't caused any problems. No one is unsafe because of it. Why are we talking about it? Why is it a conversation? Why do you feel like this is appropriate? I feel like anybody else in another circumstance asking about my hair, like, oh, your hair is cool. Like, how do you get it to do that? Listen, even those questions can sometimes be a little annoying, but I have more patience for those questions than I do for this interaction that I'm having with her. I was like, you don't have to worry about me returning with my hair at all. Well, no, I just wanted, no, ma'am. How do you not see this as inappropriate? I don't know. Homegirl was sporting a messy bun. What if I said to her, I need you to do something with those strayaways? What? We're going to interrupt this story real quick to talk about something real important. I am starting a campaign for Xyla. For those of you who have been following Xyla, you know that it has gained such a gross momentum. We are pushing 25,000 downloads. It is an amazing story. It has led to a number of conversations across the nation. It's made it to other nations, and I love it. And because of that, it has gotten the right amount of attention, and we are now in the process of turning it into, as I've said in other videos, a bigger project. My campaign video will launch tomorrow, and there will be a link associated with the video where you can go and donate. We do have a budget in mind. Any little bit counts. Anything at all. Anything. I will post the link, not to worry. And as far as the actual podcast, Zyla, Season 3, Episode 4 was giving people issues. I did fix it, so if you are on Spotify and it still says that the episode is only 3 minutes, click on it and start it. Press the play button and it'll allow you to listen to the entirety of the episode. If you're still having an issue, I'm going to post the download link below and you can listen to it directly there. Okay? Back to the story. Anyways, so what I told Homegirl was, I'm not comfortable with this conversation, especially considering you have had absolutely no other reason to pull me into your office to discuss professionalism. It just seems like it's a direct attack. I look like very little of your other staff in here. This is how my hair is naturally, and you're telling me that in order to qualify to work here, something that I wasn't interested in doing in the first place, I have to make sure that my appearance is not my natural appearance. That is inappropriate. And it resulted in her apology and her telling me that wasn't my approach. I said, I'm having a hard time understanding what your approach was, what you were going after here. So we could just leave this as is. I'm going to go back to work. I'm going to finish this shift and I don't plan on returning. Please, in the future, refrain from having these kinds of conversations with African American women. Men. African Americans. Please. Keep professionalism about professionalism. Sheesh. Anyways, thank you for listening to my story. Oh, low battery. Y'all? I thought this mic was talking back to me. Whoo! Anyways, click the links below. Check out my Patreon. Check out my storytelling podcast if you haven't already. Subscribe. Tell your friends. Tell me what you think below. Click the links below. If I haven't said that already, I'm pretty sure I have. I'm just saying it again so that you don't forget to click the links below. Have a good one.